All right, traders. What a week! What a week! This week was kind of slow. We end up only getting like 1.2% for the gain of the week. Um, so let's go over the DXY real quick. All right, so we had this supply right here, right? We had this supply hit. Let me make the colors right. So we had this supply right here hit off the weekly, and we had a nice little drop. But what I want you to notice with the drop, how weak it was. This is very weak for it to come back to the same area. Let's go to daily. You come back to the same area on the daily and kind of sort of make a demand right here. This is a demand on the DXY. I wasn't paying attention to it because I've been so busy. But you see how weak the downtrend is when markets start getting weak, downtrends like this where it's not enough pressure, and you start seeing bull candles come in, and then we have a equal low right here where price kind of took out this low already. Let me see, make sure I got that right. Right there. So price already took out that low with that move right there, and it start consolidating. And then I'm not really a fan of trend lines like that, but you got a trend break right here. So on the DXY, what I'm looking at is continuations back up to the supply area off the weekly. Because let's see, it could push back down a little bit. Let me make this smaller. This candle can push down a little bit, and we have a little demand right there too. Let me delete this. So you might have a little demand right here. So you might see AU and all of them give a nice little rally, maybe Monday and Tuesday. But we have this area where it can tap in and start coming up again and coming back and maybe filling in some of these sales positions and probably come back to 105. That's what I'm looking at for the DXY for not just next week, but maybe weeks to come. So now that we have this situation going on with DXY, then that can give us an insight of what we're looking for on our M5 setups um, during the New York session. Now, if you're not a part of my class, you watch my video. I have a um, I have a Discord channel, and I have my students on there, and we take M5 setups somewhere in between 10 to 20 pip moves, one to ones, one to twos, one to threes, all depending on what we see in the market. And the fact that we have this move coming up, we have to be careful. I mean, it could possibly not push down there. We could get one of these candles that look like this for the opening. Let's see. Where the little wick right here that's filling half of that candle and then start continue going up. But let's anticipate this move. Let's just anticipate this move of going down here and going up. That's what we're looking at as far as the foundation of the DXY. Now, now that we've checked out the DXY, let's go over to AUD That's the pair that we get the most setup on. So the DXY, if the DXY continues to be bullish, AUD should continue to be bearish, right? We do have a beautiful supply setup that I talked about, that I gave a picture to you guys. I told you guys like a couple of weeks ago that this supply was gonna play off majorly. We didn't take the sale because I don't. When it comes to dollar pairs, I just like scalping them. Like I'm not really into, you know. We could have took that. The 200 EMA was right there on it. You had triple top right there. So we have movement down to the downside. So now the next set for, the next step for AUD is this. Do we break these lows? Do we come out and take out these lows? That's the next step. If the DXY continues to be bullish and go up to 105, yes, we do. We take out these lows. Um, so with that being said, let's go to a lower time frame and start seeing what we have. This is the H4 chart. What we have here is buyers got induced into that area right there. So we do have a new supply right at the 200 EMA. So if, let's go back to DXY real quick. If this move comes down like this, taps the zone and continue, or if we have some candle that looks like this that comes down, fills half of that bullish engulfing candle, and then continue going up, then we will have maybe, it's just all probabilities, maybe we'll have a move up here back to the zone, and then continuations down for a odd USD. Now let me look at the hour real quick. See, a lot of buyers got induced into this area, and it made a big drop. So we have fair market gap right here that needs to be filled. So I can see the market filling in that fair market gap and coming up here. I'm gonna keep this right here just so you guys can have for your notes. But we have another supply right here that's on the hour. So we got an hour supply and the H4 supply. We're not really too much looking for buys next week. Our bias is looking for sell setup during New York session to get our setups, our our M5 setups on for AU. We might take a counter trend. All depends on what's going on. But if we come over here to the M5, which is our holy grail, not seeing much counter trend trading wise. I'm not really seeing too much for us to. I mean, we could have a little demand that's probably on the M3 right there. We did get a tap into that, so we can take the counter trend. So if the morning time comes Sunday and we're down here, it might want to start pushing back up. So we could possibly take the counter trend if that's all that we have available. But other than that, this is the move that we're looking at AUD, and it's in cahoots with the DXY. Put that in your notes. DXY move, or that move. AUD, these move to this move. And we're going to keep dropping. Same with GU. I don't know what that is. Same with GU. We had some of a trend going on here. It's still on the uptrend. It's still moving against the 200 EMA is still, it's lagging. It's still on the uptrend. The pound is actually just as strong as the dollar. Let me look and see what we had. I mean, we had price take out these highs. So that's the only thing. Price took out highs, but got stopped somewhere. This still looks like it wants to head back up and fill in this whole move down. But that's long-term positioning. We're still going to do the same thing because look, if you come over to H4, we have gaps in the market, fair market gap right here. Fair market gap right here. So we do have fair market gaps that need to be filled. So we can see that it could possibly push up and give us a nice setup. This is a very big supply right there. I don't know how that's going to work out for the pound. Let's go to hour. We got hour supply. We got this area right here that could possibly tap in and drop, or it could come up there and drop. So we got some positions to do same thing as AU right here, right there, or ultimately back up to this area. And then ultimate demise is to continue to go down and drop after being the 200 EMA is, we're trading below it. So anything will be counter trend trade if we're trading below the 200 EMA. But on the H4, we're still on the uptrend. So GU is going to be kind of tricky, but we'll work it out where we can. I'll try to go with the trend. The trend looks like it's a sell, so let's try to get as many sell setups as possible. I need to check out the news for next week because news last week kind of messed up a lot of our setups, which that happens, but it is what it is. As far as USD JPY, I called out this buy 2 weeks ago. I don't know if you guys are still in it. I actually wasn't in it. I got out somewhere right here. So I got out right here because it was going to be news. And exactly what happened, news happened. And I didn't feel like dealing with the news. But I still see USD JPY coming in, filling in these gaps. So we can look for buy setups. It's safe to look for buy setups with USD JPY. We do have a supply right there. I think that's the H1. So we got some of the H1 supply right there. So we'll probably be looking for buy setups of USD JPY. We're going in continuation of the dollar looking to be strong. The foundation of the dollar looks like it wants to push up. This was a very weak move down to take out the equal lows right here to push back up. So let's see what happens with that. We're not going to go over New Zealand dollar, euro dollar right now. We just play it by ear, same how we play it by ear with Audusd Gbpusd. Now for the last thing, let's look at NAS100. Looks very much so bullish. NAS100 has been giving us good setups. We did have supply right here, but I don't know what happened. This is at a supply on the daily. It wicked above it, and it came up to this supply. Did it come? No, it didn't come up there. So this is still on a downtrend. Where's the 200 EMA? Oh, so we're on the uptrend on the daily. H4, we're still uptrend. So we can possibly get away with taking buys, but it's getting very. This is one of those when you get to trade and supply and demand, this inside of supplies like that, it starts to get iffy. When it gets iffy like that, I just go to the lower time frames, and we're trading below the 200 right now. So we gotta wait and see what goes on with London session. London session is gonna tell us everything. There's the 15 supply. It just tapped into it. We got something right. Okay, we got a supply right there. We got a new demand that was created right there. And we could just play it off ears because on the higher time frame, NAS looks bullish, but we do have some on lower time frames. We could go both ways on it. So keep that in mind. That's the thing about trading. Like you could counter trend trade on a lower time frame, even though the higher time frame is doing something else. So we'll see how that goes during New York session. See what if it breaks this one or rejects it, go down, come back. We'll see. So this one is I'm kind of in this mixed views for NAS100. Other than that, that's all we usually trade. Um, Gold still looks bullish on higher time frames. Um, yeah, see, it's still trading with the 200 EMA, but it's below it on the hour. I don't like how gold is looking right now, so I'm not going to pay attention to it. But other than that, you see the foundation for next week. We'll go over it just one more time with the DXY. Where is this? Where's the DXY? Weekly. All right, so that is the move that we're looking for. This is the foundation for all our USD pairs and the correlations. Let's look for this and let's have a good week next week. And we'll just, play it by ear from there. Even though this is still against the 200 EMA, we're talking about the DXY here. That thing likes to do its thing. So, other than that, I'll see you on the next video. Peace.